Yo, what's up guys? Alex here, and we're going to be discussing strategies for making money sports betting. So I'm going to be explaining how I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars sports betting and how you can too, right? How you can too. So here you can see my profit and loss on DraftKings Sportsbook. I mean, it's literally just directly, from the app, over $200,000. That's the sportsbook I've made the most money on and had the most success on. I've been using DraftKings for 5 years, but the concepts we're going to be discussing, you can apply them to any sportsbook, right? DraftKings, FanDuel, Bet365, Prize Picks, whatever, right? Now, one thing I want to say and make very clear, because I've been scammed before. I've tried a lot of side hustles when I was in college, when I graduated. So you can see right here, BlockFi is some crypto company, went bankrupt. I lost 120 grand on BlockFi, which was really annoying. But again, I watched some YouTube video. Some guy said it was a great way to make money. I trusted him. I put some money in. I lost $120,000. So I want to make it very clear. It's not a get rich quick scheme. And I'm also not saying it's easy. Right? I love sports. I love sports betting. So I don't mind putting time into it, right? When I graduated from college, ultimately took my first job, I loved going home, betting on sports every night, looking for profitable bets, right? If you're not putting in the time, if you're not putting in the work, you're not going to make money sports betting, right? This requires time. This requires effort, but you can absolutely make money sports betting. It's one of the rare forms of gambling where you can actually have an edge and win long term. So, roulette, you can't win. It's impossible to win at roulette. There's no way to beat it. It is not a skill game. Poker is a game you can beat, right? There's professional poker players, just like there's professional sports bettors. There's not professional roulette or slots players. That's absolute BS. Those are games that you cannot win. Really, the only three things you can win at, and I've done them all, I love them all, I'm a huge gambler, are poker, right? That's a skill-based game that you can win, sports betting, and then also trading. So when I graduated from college, I actually became a quantitative trader. And really, financial markets are very similar to, sportsbook markets. Betting on sports is very similar to trading stocks. Really, the only difference in what I love about sports betting is it's every day of the week, right? You think about trading stocks or options, the market closes at 4 p.m. As a sports bettor, the reason it's a great side hustle is, on Sunday, there's the NFL. On Saturday, there's the UFC. So this is something you can kind of do whenever you want. As a sharp bettor, you get home at 6 p.m., you want to make some extra money from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., you can bet on sports, right? So this is kind of that was really appealing to me, about sports betting, is it was a side hustle, a way I could make additional money that I could kind of do whenever I had time. So in this video, we're going to be explaining different strategies for making money sports betting. I want to help you make money. I want to be a resource. So my email's in the description. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. This is what I love to do. Bet on sports, talk about sports betting, help others make money sports betting. And we're going to explain some different strategies, how I've made, hundreds of thousands of dollars betting on sports on various sports books. So let's kind of get into it. The first strategy that you can use to make a lot of money sports betting is called sign-up bonuses. So I also want to preface this. Everything I'm saying, I want you guys to make a lot of money sports betting, so you can research it online. You'll see everything I'm saying is true. But the first way that you can make a lot of money sports betting is just doing sportsbook sign-up bonuses. And it sounds crazy, but there's hundreds of sportsbooks in the United States, right? They're all competing for the exact same customers. FanDuel wants people betting on FanDuel. DraftKings wants people betting on DraftKings. So they all offer pretty lucrative sign-up bonuses, deposit matches, which is just the easiest money you're going to make sports betting. So you can see one sportsbook here, $250 deposit match on BetRivers. You deposit $250, then there's $500 in your account. You just made a free $250. It's absolutely insane. So taking advantage of promos, sign-up bonuses, this is low-hanging fruit. You think about it, the cheapest drink you're going to get at happy hour, or the cheapest drink you're going to get at a bar is going to be at happy hour. And it's kind of the same thing here, right? The easiest money you're going to make sports betting is going to come from promos, these promotional offers where they're trying to incentivize you to bet. And you can make a lot of money on these promos. I have videos breaking down a ton of these promos on different sports books. So a really low risk way to kind of build your bankroll sports betting is just taking advantage of these promotional offers. So the second strategy this is actually how I made my first $40,000 of profit sports betting, because it's very low risk. So when I graduated from college, didn't have a lot of money. I wanted a low risk strategy for making money, right? So I Googled around again, don't fall for the BS scams. Oh, turn $100 into $1 million with this parlay. That's BS, right? I Googled around and looked for smart people saying smart things, and I found arbitrage betting. Arbitrage betting is essentially, it's crazy. So all these sports books, FanDuel, DraftKings, MGM, Bet365, they all have different odds from one another, right? They all set lines independently. They all have different prices, odds from one another. So what arbitrage betting is essentially finding massive discrepancies in sportsbook odds, betting both possible outcomes to guarantee yourself a risk-free profit. So that is called arbitrage betting. So imagine you could bet, the Heat to win on DraftKings and the Nuggets to win on FanDuel and guarantee yourself a risk-free profit. I know it sounds crazy. It sounds too good to be true. Again, I always encourage you, do your own research. Everything I'm saying is a fact. This is how I started making money sports betting. Now, it's hard, right? Arbitrage betting is pretty hard because a few things. First of all, there's not that many arbitrage bets. Out of the millions of odds across sports books, only a very small percentage are arbitrage plays, right? So first of all, you need to have more than one sports book. You want to have as many sports books as possible, right? Sometimes there's more arbitrage bets on DraftKings. Sometimes there's more on MGM. So the more sports books you have, the better. The more arbitrage plays will be available to you. Second, you have to move fast. Right? This is essentially day trading in sports betting. You're taking advantage of inefficiencies in the market. So these arbitrage bets, they don't last for 12 hours, right? You got to move quick. Typically, arbitrage occurs when sports books are screwing up and their models get out of sync with one another. So you have to move quick and capitalize on these inefficiencies in the market before the sports books realize and change their odds. Right? So just like the price of a stock is constantly changing, sportsbooks move around odds to try to stay in line with the market. So you need to move quick as an arbitrage bettor. But again, really easy way, sign up for multiple sportsbooks, get the sign-up bonus money, start out arbitrage betting. That's how I made my first $40,000 sports betting. I literally would get home from work, all excited, buy a 6-pack of Corona, have a Corona, look for arbitrage bets in the market, hit some, make some risk-free money, $50, $100. I'd set goals for myself, go to bed, wake up $50, $100 richer from arbitrage betting. And again, you can look into it. We have full-length tutorial videos about arbitrage. I've done full-length tutorial videos on arbitrage. Super easy way to make money sports betting. And it's risk-free, right? It requires hard work, not passive income. Right? You got to put in the time, but you can absolutely make money arbitrage betting. So arbitrage betting, you're day trading sports books, right? You're taking advantage of inefficiencies. So you can see on the OddsJam arbitrage tool, it's pretty simple, right? The more sports books you have, the better. If you don't have Betway Sportsbook, you can't place this arbitrage bet. So you want to have as many sports books as possible. And essentially you treat this arbitrage tool, which is constantly hunting through the market, looking for arbitrage opportunities. You treat this tool, as your Bloomberg terminal. You hit refresh and then you go and you hunt through the market and you have all your sports books pulled up. Again, you got to move quick. These are market inefficiencies. So you try to go as quickly as possible. There's an arbitrage calculator here and lock in your risk-free profit. So here's, there's a full tutorial about arbitrage betting that you can kind of read into. But long story short, it's okay, this is a 1.87% risk-free profit margin. This is risk-free money if you place the arbitrage bet. So you just have to put in the work to get to the sportsbook quickly and lock in the arbitrage bet before the sportsbook notices. So essentially, you can calculate your profit and see how much you should bet on both sides using an arbitrage calculator. This is an arbitrage calculator. So essentially, if we have, say, $250 in our hot streak account and $300 in our Betway account, we can lock in this arbitrage bet and make a risk-free 1047, 1.87% profit margin. Again, I'm not going to act like you're not becoming a millionaire overnight, but it takes, 20 seconds to place an arbitrage bet, just going to the sports books. If you're logged in, placing these bets quickly, you can place these bets very quickly and you make a risk-free 1047. There is nowhere else in the world that you can make a risk-free $10 in 20 seconds. It's absolutely insane. Arbitrage betting is amazing. It's how I made my first money sports betting. It's not necessarily the most profitable type of sports betting, but it's very, very low risk. I mean, it's completely low risk and it's risk-free money. I mean, what's better than risk-free money, right? So there are a lot more strategies aside from just promos and arbitrage to make money sports betting, but both of them combined is probably how I made my first $50,000 sports betting. Then I got into middle betting, positive EV betting. But again, I'm going to assume, no offense, you're not at $50,000 profit sports betting. Do these two things. Make risk-free money and take the easy bonus money on sportsbooks. Make your first $50,000. Your confidence in sports betting, you're going to be like, wow, I can actually beat these books. And then you can start positive EV betting and trying other forms of sports betting that are known to be profitable, mainly middle betting and positive EV betting. So highly recommend. Any questions, you can reach out to me. I'm not a movie producer. Not saying this video was absolutely beautiful, but regardless, hopefully you found it, helpful and everything like that. I'm always happy to answer questions, and don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks so much for your time.